So today we're going to look and discuss what happens when different materials undergo a physical change. Today we're going to address the physical change that happens to materials when they undergo heat, which was addressed in our Year 1 class today. So I'm going to further elaborate on that for you today, Brooke. So we know that some materials undergo different physical changes by bending or stretching or stuff, but we never realise that they undergo different physical changes due to heat. So we're going to have a look at this piece of ice. Now, what can you tell me about the piece of ice, Brooke?
It's solid and cold.
It's solid and cold. So what do you think is going to happen when we put it in the cup that is under a bath of hot water?
It'll melt into a liquid.
Okay, so you think it's going to melt? Why do you think it's going to melt? Let's try this out.
The heat.
From the heat? Okay. So I can see that it's melting in my hands because I had heat coming from my body. So that's an element of warmth and it's melting the ice. Same goes for here. So we can already see, we already see a change into the state? So what's happening to the ice?
It's changing into a liquid.
It's changing into a liquid. So this constitutes a physical change. So the ice is transforming into water, which is a liquid form. So it's going from a solid to a liquid. So we'll put this over there. The same goes for other materials. So we have some chocolate here that we're going to look at. So what can you tell me about the chocolate bar now?
That it's solid and hard.
It's solid and hard. So what's going to happen to it when we put it in the bath of hot water, do you think?
It's going to melt.
And is that a physical change, do you think?
Yes.
Fantastic. So let's put the chocolate in there. Give it a stir. So what's happened to the chocolate?
It's turned into a liquid.
Fantastic. So it's undergone a physical change. Okay. Good job. So at the moment we've discussed different materials such as ice and chocolate turn into a liquid as a sign of physical change due to the heat. But what do you think happens to other different materials such as things that we cook with? We might cook a big piece of steak which is raw and then we change it into, the physical change happens when we add heat and it cooks up. Yeah. Okay, so here I have a raw egg. What do you think is going to happen to the runny egg when I put it under some heat from a fry pan or something?
It's going to cook the egg.
It's going to cook the egg and
turn it into a solid.
Turn it into a solid, so it undergoes a physical change or it doesn't undergo a physical?
Yeah, it goes under a physical change.
Fantastic, Brooke. Okay, so here I have an ice cream. What do you think is going to happen to the ice cream when I add heat, let's say from the sun on a hot sunny day?
It's going to melt it.
It's going to melt. Fantastic. So here we can see the ice cream has melted due to the element of heat. Okay, so here's a tricky one. I have a piece of rubber. What do you think is going to happen to a piece of rubber if I add some heat to that?
It's going to melt.
It's going to melt? Okay, so it has also undergone a physical change. As you can see here, here's the melted rubber. Now, some rubbers are made very, very strong, but if you add enough heat to anything, it will melt. Okay? So, in our science class over the next couple of weeks, we are going to actually investigate the different physical changes that happen to different materials. Whether we bend it, stretch it, twist it, add heat, we're going to investigate all those different physical changes and how different materials react. Sound good?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you.